Hello, folks, and welcome back to Speaking from the Heart. This is the podcast where we explore the deeper aspects that makes us human: love, growth, joy, hope, and yes, even grief. Hi, I'm Richard Fontenay, and I'm pleased that you've joined us today because today's episode is one that's tender, powerful, and deeply human. We're diving into the sacred pause from grieving to growth. Now, grieving might not sound like the most obvious topic for a podcast about growth, but stay with me. Grief isn't just about mourning a loved one. It's about any kind of loss: losing a job, missing out on a dream, closing a chapter in one's life, or even shifting our identity in the workplace. Grieving happens in the office, in your small business, and in your soul. So let's explore how grief shows up and how honoring it can transform not just your heart, but your business and relationships as well. Now, grief isn't something we leave at home when we go to work. It follows us quietly or loudly, and sometimes it's even wearing a power suit. Think about it. Have you ever had a project fall apart after pouring your soul into it? Or been a part of a team that has been downsized and you not only lost your coworkers, and you lost connection, routine, and even a bit of purpose. Grief can show up when a promotion is awarded to someone else, when a career path you have been chasing suddenly becomes a dead end, or when your business changes direction and the old version of your vision is no longer viable. And that's all grief. In personal growth, grief shows up when we evolve, but part of us doesn't come with us. It can be the pain of letting go of an old identity, unhealthy habits, or even friends who don't align with our personal or professional growth anymore. And while it's tempting to push through, uh, the healing actually starts when we pause, feel, and honor what is lost. And my friends, that's something that men have a great difficulty coming to grips with. And you may want to take a look at Man Up Men in the description below as a way to overcome this. Now, let's take a moment to anchor this in something deeper. You know, one of the most profound displays of grief in the New Testament is found in John chapter 11. It just may be the shortest verse in the Bible. Jesus wept. Now, this is a story about Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. Now, Jesus, knowing he would raise Lazarus from the dead, still chose to enter the pain of the moment. He didn't rush to fix it. He didn't skip to the miracle. He grieved with compassion, presence, and authenticity. That tells us something, and it tells us something very powerful. Grief is sacred. It's not a weakness. It's love that really doesn't go anywhere. So if Jesus wept, so can we. Now let's bring this home with a couple of stories from the workplace. And why the workplace? Well, it just so happens that we spend a tremendous amount of time there. The first is a story about Maya, and maybe her story is something that you have experienced. Maya was the team leader in a creative agency. She had to let go of three talented team members during a budget cut. And even though it wasn't her choice, she carried a deep sense of loss. But instead of bottling it up, she invited her remaining team into the moment of honesty. They acknowledged the loss together and created a tribute to their colleagues, and then shifted their focus toward rebuilding their team. Now, these moments of shared grief created a stronger and more honest team culture. And the second story is about Jamel. Now, Jamel was an entrepreneur who closed his first business after 5 years. Now, he didn't see it as a failure, but he couldn't shake the sadness that he felt. Instead of diving straight into the next thing, he took time to reflect. He reflected on his experience, journaled, talked with his mentors, and even had a closing ceremony for the business. Now, that pause allowed him to grieve appropriately. And when he launched his next project, he brought with him a greater sense of clarity, a greater sense of purpose, and a renewed hope. So, what can we do right now to honor grief and grow through it? Well, we can, number one, acknowledge the loss. So let's not minimize it. Grief deserves a voice. Number two, we can create space to feel, even if that is in our work environments. Emotions are a natural part of being human. So we need to take the time to express them. And number three, let grief help you grow. Grief can soften your heart, deepen your empathy, and sharpen your purpose. Okay, folks, it's time to wrap up. Now, if this episode resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, uh, subscribe, share it with others. We're creating a community here of individuals who aim to grow deeply and live authentically in business, at work, and in life. Now, join us next Monday as we explore shadow work, what it means, and how we can deal with it in the workplace and in life. Now, it's going to get real, and it just might transform how you see yourself. I'm Richard Fontenay, signing off for now. See you next week, if not before. Bye for now.